So I see this new trailer today for a film called The Tax Collector. I understand it's like an action thriller type thing. It has Shia LaBeouf and I can't remember who else in it. I think maybe I saw a picture of George Lopez was supposed to be in it. Anyway, I believe that he's supposed to be a criminal in here, a bad guy. And one of the reasons I was interested to watch this is just because the title, The Tax Collector, and I'm like, hey, tax collectors are almost universally despised. And so I was like, well, what is this about? What sort of taxes is he collecting? So I have no clue, but I'm interested to check it out. So let's go ahead. Oh. I was going to do that.
You heard of me? What have you heard?
I heard you're the devil.
It might be.
Come on, fool.
Good, eh?
Every gang in LA has to pay their taxes.
What's up, Holmes?
I was wondering if it was that kind of tax, protection.
If you're
fee.
tax short,
You got to pay your...
go rob a bank. Rob your own mother. There's no excuses. Do not test that.
Whoa, hey, whoa. Guys look like a couple of monsters.
Who in the hell, man?
Yeah, but I'm at peace with that.
What's up, Johnny Cash? How about that time you gave me like 3 different STDs?
Are you kidding? Just kidding.
She's kidding.
You got your wife, you got your kids, you got your castle.
Daddy!
I'm supposed to terrorize the herd. That's my function.
God allows me to walk through darkness and come back into the light.
What did you see in me?
I heard that you were this big bad gangster.
You're taxing 43 different street gangs. That's thousands of dudes in the most violent subculture in Los Angeles.
The count's short.
Who are you? I'm the future, and you the past. Got your kids. You want to buy them back?
You don't think he wants to spill blood? He wants to cut your heart up.
Can't run with what's left.
I got a 380 on each ankle, 38 on my right, 25 on my left, chopper in the trunk, Glock on my belt. I'm on him.
He's armed.
Took my kids, man.
I'm riding with you till the wheels fall off.
You're bad. You ain't that bad, all right?
Open your mouth.
He'll splatter your brains out. I don't want that.
I do. I want that.
Okay. So, trying to figure out what's the dynamic here. The guy who looks like the MC, the main character, his family is in danger. He's working with Shia's character, and another gang or whatever comes and takes his kids or threatens his family, something like that. So the MC has to go after them, or has to try to rescue them, and Shia is like his partner, I guess, and he helps him. So in this bad world that they live in, maybe he's almost like I don't know if I want to say anti-hero, but he's like pals with the MC, and so he's going to help him. I thought he was going to be the number one main bad guy in this film, but it doesn't look like that's the case if I'm reading the trailer correctly. And I've indicated before that I'm not crazy about movies like this, crime movies from the perspective of the bad guys, the people on the wrong side of the law. It's pretty. It has to be a certain type of film to, make me interested to watch something like that. I'm only very slightly intrigued just because I'm curious to find out what type of character he plays, what's the dynamic between him and the MC in here, and what's going to happen to them. I'm not sure if I'm interested enough to actually watch it, and that is really not a reflection on the quality of this movie, it looks like it's going to be well made. I am familiar with the other movies that the guy that worked on this has done. It's just, like I said, and I think the last trailer I did a reaction and review for, it's just not a personal favorite. I don't really gravitate towards these kinds of movies. So I don't know. I mean, maybe one day if it's on my screen, I'll play it just while I'm working, just for the heck of it, and also to see what happens. Or maybe I'll just read like movie spoiler sort of thing that tells me what it's about. I don't know. I may change my mind and actually be interested. Maybe if I read a little bit more about it and the characters involved. I mean, they're bad guys, y'all. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard for me to put myself in the mindset where I want to watch stuff about bad guys. I mean, I know there's this very popular show called Breaking Bad. So many people loved it. I don't think I heard of anybody who didn't like it. I was never interested to watch that show. And it's because of the premise of the show. That does not appeal to me at all. It just didn't. And I feel very similarly about this movie and the other one that I saw before. What was it called? Cutthroat City. But, you know, I don't know. Like I said, maybe if I find out more about it, I'll change my mind, but I'm not sure at this point. The trailer itself was okay. It was long. I felt like it was getting a bit on the long side when they went into detail about, okay, these people are coming after his family and they've taken his kids. I don't know. Maybe I sort of get that because they have to let you know the premise. No, they didn't have to, but they wanted to let you know the premise, but maybe it took them a little bit longer to get there than they needed to take because of all the other stuff that they showed before that. But I mean, the narrative itself flowed okay. It's like they show you what this guy's involved in. Okay, he's messed with the wrong people. They come and take his family. Now he needs to go get him back, or his kids. Now he needs to go get him back. I mean, that's sort of the basic arc here that we're looking at. So, but it did feel like it was a skosh on the long side. I did start to notice that. I wasn't bored or anything. It's just I was aware that quite a bit of time had passed already. And maybe part of it also was because I was getting a little disconnected from the story just because I could tell what it was about. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. But it's interesting to see Shia play this type of character. I know Shia, I don't know him. What I mean is, I know Shia has had some rough times and has been all messed up, and it seemed like he has just gone off the deep end at times, but I've always had a soft spot for him. And I think it traces all the way back to Transformers, the first Transformers. I love that movie. And some of the other movies that he played in that I enjoyed. And so sometimes I'm kind of interested just because it's him, but a lot of times it depends on the film. There have been other things he's been in that I really just was not drawn to at all. So yeah, it depends on the film. So I did see Peanut Butter Falcon, and I've been meaning to review that thing for months. I think that was the last film of his that I saw. Anyway, okay, well, I can't think of anything else to add to this, so I'm going to wrap it up, you guys. Nos vemos.